I'm having my one.
Hello and welcome to episode 88 of the Board Game Podcast. I'm having my one. I'm Seb and I'm joined this week by Reese. Say hi, Reese.
What?
No, Seb and Reese aren't here. It's just Paul and Tom this week. And as you can see from our backgrounds, for those watching on YouTube, we've gone green. Have we gone green because we care about the environment? No. We do care about the environment, but that's not why we've gone green. We've gone green because it's finally coming to the end of Orctober. Yes, we thought we'd ham in a horrible pun for the topic of this. So, for this October, end of October episode, we are going to be doing a small draft on our top picks for Lord of the Rings based board games.
Oh yeah.
So come join our fellowship and journey with us as we head into the depths of episode 88. So before we started recording, we randomly picked who's going to go first. So I'm going to pick my first game, and then Tom's going to pick two. I'm going to pick two, and then Tom's got one left. So
Before we get into your first choice, can I just ask whether we're allowed to kind of skip or pass, or is it a you shall not pass situation?
you shall not. Have you been sitting on that all day? No,
Yeah.
you shall not pass.
Shall not pass. Good, good, good. Just clarify that.
Okay. Right. I'm going to pick an almost brand new game for my first choice because I've played it and it was amazing. It's cooperative, it's hard, and I think it takes what is the pandemic system and really elevates it, and that's Fate of the Fellowship.
I never would have picked that for your first choice.
Well, yeah, but it's really good. And then I thought you've got two picks and you'll definitely pick it, and I want it on my
Yeah,
list.
yeah, fair, fair.
Um,
Yeah, it is such a good game though, right?
yeah.
It's brilliant.
So nice. A couple of small criticisms about the size of the tiny little pieces and the Nazguls on stands. So it's easy to ham hand a lot of the stuff over. But it's so good and it's so tense. And I think they've kind of balanced it well that you're not. I mean, we play Pandemic, OG Pandemic semi-regularly, once every month or so, once every
Dude,
couple of
yeah,
months in our
nice.
house. But invariably we win. Um, and especially for co-op games, I don't feel you should be winning all the time. I don't
No,
think that
should be tough.
you know. I think you should lose more than you win on a good co-op game. That would be how I describe it. Maybe not so much if you're playing with a young family, you want that sense of gratification potentially, don't you? But I think if you're playing with people and you want a bit of a challenge, then you need to be failing sometimes. And this one's definitely failable. But it looks so beautiful, doesn't it? It's
Yeah, well, this is one though that you again. I'm interested that you picked this one first. Maybe you're just being very strategic here, but you are a little bit mixed on the artwork on this one, right?
I am mixed on the artwork. I think 2 episodes ago I even highlighted. No, last
True.
episode.
Yes.
I do understand the recording schedule. Last episode, yes, I am slightly mixed on the artwork. I think they've done it a bit too cartoony for my liking, but the game is brilliant. And I think I can overlook cartoony hobbits.
Yeah, because you're right. When the board's out and you got your flying Nazgul all around the place and the little meeples for the different characters going around, it looks awesome.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah, really
Really,
good.
really good.
Cool.
Okay, so that's my first pick. So you got two picks now. See, that's why I picked it because I was fairly sure you picked it, but I definitely wanted it on my list.
Yeah, it was definitely going to be one of my first two picks. So, uh, yeah, you've you've messed that up. But do you know what? My favorite Lord of the Rings game, because it is just playing it out, not restricted by anything really, is that it's been designed entirely just to fulfill your fantasies of being Aragorn or Sauron even if you want. And that's War of the Ring second edition. I have only properly played it through once because it is a mighty game and it is on my you and I must play it at some point list because I think you will love this game. It's so good. You got fantastic minis in this one as well. It's made by Ares, and it's the class that's been around for years and years and years. This, and you are just playing one side as the light factions, so your elves, your dwarves, your humans, and all that kind of thing. And you have those different factions around the board, and you're essentially trying to hold on in your different areas of the board, area control style, with an ever depleting number of units to be able to do that with, while the shadow forces, Mordor and Isengard, just get more and more and more and more and more. And but then at the same time, you have this secondary thing, this distraction, if you like, of having to get Frodo to Mordor to chuck the ring
Yeah.
in the fire. Like Fate of the Fellowship. I mean, it's in the story, so sure, but it's brilliant. It's so good, and I cannot wait until we play this together. I desperately want to play again anyway.
Yeah, so I'd kind of written it down even before you'd started talking, and I was very tempted to pick this for my first choice, just because I would assume it was your first choice.
That one
It
and
was,
Fate of the Fellowship was my
it,
first two. Yeah.
it was purely it would have purely been a sabotage choice, and it does look amazing, and it's a game I'm desperate to play. But that's why I did. That's why I went Fate of the Fellowship over War of the Ring because I felt that I've not played War of the Ring and I have played Fate of the Fellowship. So I thought just to be true to myself, that's what I'm going
Yeah,
for.
yeah, fair enough. But yeah, no, just knowing how much you love Lord of the Rings, same as myself, I think you'll be all over this. And you get a cute,
So,
really cute, tiny little golem. My precious, precious little golem model. Anyway, so
um,
that's number one.
while we're on cute little golems,
Yeah.
I would thoroughly recommend the audiobooks read by Andy Serkis.
Oh yeah.
Oh, honestly, like I think I listen to probably 3 to 4 books a month.
Right.
And
So
so
more than I read.
well, it's 3 to 4 more than I read as well. So it's good having them read to me. Um, but most of the time, like when I'm done with a book, that's I don't want to listen to,
Done. Yeah.
but I could listen to him tell me the Lord of the Rings and the Silmarillion as well. I could just listen to him read those just on a little continuous loop. They're fantastic.
Must listen to them at some point. I think I was it during the pandemic that he did like a sponsored read 12-hour reading of all of Lord of the Rings, or was it The Hobbit, one or the other one, something like that. I remember tuning in. It's like a live thing, and I remember tuning in and watching it for a little bit during that time when we had nothing to do. And yeah, he was so good. But I swear, most of the time when I tuned in, it was when he was having a quick break or something.
Not continuous then. Oh, I want your money
Yeah,
back.
exactly, exactly.
Um, but also someone that's tried to read the Silmarillion 3 or 4 times and got about 20 pages in.
Yeah, I've only managed definitely not halfway.
No.
So
But having
right,
it read to you is the way forward. Sorry,
that's the way.
little audiobook sidebar on our board game podcast there.
It's all right. It's a sign of how much we love Lord of the Rings, and this is why we're doing this episode because
Yeah.
we love Lord of the Rings. We love Lord of the Rings games. So yeah, it's a great episode.
And it's funny, isn't it? So we discussed this episode being something to do with Orctober, and then our discussion of like, oh well, what sort of game should we talk about? And it was like, right, well, Lord of the Rings game, Lord of the Rings game. And look, I'm aware there's hundreds of really good games with orcs in, but we just started talking about Lord of the Rings, so here we are talking about Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Does mean you miss off Orc Olympics. I did wonder whether you were going to be unhappy about that, but oh well.
Yeah, for another time.
So my second choice, and this is tricky because I'm also a little bit conscious that War of the Ring, if I am being tactical about this, may not be the best for the popular vote. So I'm going to go for another game, which I think actually is
It's not about the popular vote. I think you need to go for
well, well, we'll see what happens. If I win, it's not about the popular vote.
okay.
But actually, I think it is my second favorite Lord of the Rings game, or third favorite. No, third favorite. It is my third favorite because Fate of the Fellowship I think is better, and that is Duel for Middle Earth. So that is the game that we reviewed last episode against Seven Wonders Duel. It's so good this game and simple and small and easy to play.
Yeah.
It's such a good implementation. I think I was a bit mean with my score that I gave it in hindsight, because I think it's excellent, really. So yeah, not much more to say because we spoke about it a lot last time out, but it's so good, isn't it?
Yeah, and so yeah, let's not go just listen to the last episode, or if you're coming on the back of listening to the last episode,
Wasn't it good?
so good. Or
Yeah,
bad if you haven't listened. It might be controversial. Spoilers.
yeah, yeah. Good and also bad,
No,
and in an average too.
it's all good. It's a fantastic game. We wouldn't be putting it in our list if we didn't think it was.
Yeah, yeah. And I found out I've ended up playing quite surprised myself how many Lord of the Rings games I've played, but yeah, that's third favorite.
Yeah. Okay. So that's your two.
Hmm.
So then I get two.
Hmm.
So I think this next one isn't going to come as a surprise to you,
But it does make my life difficult.
but I am going to pick Journeys in Middle-earth.
Yeah, I knew it. This is my fourth.
Um, I absolutely love that game, and I think it's a shame that they're not making more content for it. Um, and And my only real criticism, I mean, the four of us, when Seb and Reese are here and we have non-recording time and actually manage to get together, we're playing through one of the expansions on this as four dwarfs, which for agility checks have been
Not been great.
tough, but it's so good. The system that Mansions of Madness use, it's just perfect. It works so well for this. I'm aware that's now two cooperative games,
True, true.
but it is just brilliant. It's immersive, it's thematic. Although we play board games to maybe get away from technology, I think the app works really
The
well
app's brilliant. Yeah.
and lends itself to that. Um, yeah, so for me, I think that's got to be my second choice.
Yeah, yeah. It it's brilliant. It was going to be my next choice as well. The same sort of thing as all of these of being able to play the game as one of the characters from Lord of the Rings is great. It's nice that you're not restricted to that. Is that they've added some extra characters in there as well. It's a good combination of the different things that you're doing, exploring and the battle maps. And there are kind of little puzzles that they put in between there. Um, there's little things about it that make it sit behind the others for me that I think is a little bit samey. I think you do end up doing a little bit of the same thing again and again, despite that switch between the different types of gameplay. But it's still brilliant for all the reasons you've described, and again looks fantastic. It's so thematic as well when you're playing it, and you've got the app going in the background with the music and all this kind of stuff. It's brilliant.
Yeah. Okay, right. Before we've both got a pick left.
Yeah.
Before we do that, we're going to have a quick break and have a short advert. So we are sponsored by Chaos Cards, who are a fantastic online and physical board game shop. They have an amazing selection of board games, war games, books, paints, anything kind of that you could think of within there. Their customer service is spot on, and we really rate them. We've usually got discount codes going for them, so please check the description of this episode or on our social media pages and find out how you can get yourself some savings from shopping at Chaos Cards.
One does
Just
not
thought I'd,
simply buy board games from anyone but Chaos Cards.
yeah. Right, back to our choices. So it is going to be my final choice.
Yeah.
I found this really tough. Um, and I'm gonna pick a game I've not played before,
Okay.
but I absolutely 100% know if I got it onto the table and took it out of the box, I'd be able to play it straight away. The reason I've picked this is I've picked two cooperative games,
Right.
so I think we need something a bit more punchy.
Hmm.
If you're going to be doing some fighting, I know it gets some mixed reviews, and the but my choice is going to be the Risk Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Ah, yeah, nice.
So I've gone back and forth on this, and I know you are kind of, let's just say middling to be fair on the board game Risk. Um,
Sure.
yeah, I completely get it. I think the thing for me is playing with my cousins and stuff growing up. I had some really good games of Risk that I enjoyed and I liked playing. Is it the best board game out there? No. Does it hold some sentimental value for me? Yes. So if I took that sentimental value and put it into Middle Earth, would I want to play it? Absolutely. Now I might then regret it. I'm fully aware that this, if we were going for a popular vote for Lord of the Rings, this may not be the one to win any prizes.
I don't know. I
But
think you could win some votes with this because it's a classic sense, right?
yeah, but it is really tricky to get hold of.
Yeah, I bet. I
Um,
bet. But I think that's a good sign though, because they must have sold tens of thousands of copies of this. It's a sign that people want to keep hold of their copies, I think.
yeah, I think so. Like a little collector's edition, and
Mm,
the box has got original movie artwork on, which is just, lovely, isn't it? So
yeah.
so yeah, so that'd be the one for me. Um, does it play any different to any normal game of Risk? No. Is it essentially the yes? Do I want to play normal Risk? No. But do I want to play Lord of the Rings Risk? Yes, I do. Um, and maybe we'll get onto some honorable mentions, or maybe you'll pick up on it. But there were other games, but I just felt my list then seemed a bit samey of
Yeah, fair enough.
let's cooperatively try and do this. No, that's my final choice.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, look, it's kind of War of the Ring light, right? So
Very.
it
Very light.
And I think I looking at it on BGG, there's a lot of cool little minis that you get with it, which are very specific. It's not you've just got kind
Yeah.
of some generic unit. They all look pretty good, and I can imagine a full, presumably it's six player. I haven't checked that, but six
Four.
player, four is it? Okay. Well, if even four player game of this would be great.
Yeah, I think so. I think it'd be fun.
Mm.
It's probably the game that you'd play once and then never play again.
Yeah, and look, I played Risk a lot when I was a kid, just through lack of a better option, really. And it was cool having little minis to move around the board and stuff. So I think it's got its place. There are certain games, and like Monopoly, I'll just never play Monopoly ever again. But I could always be tempted a little bit with the Risk, I think.
Okay, well, I'll remember that if I can find a copy of this. And
Well, look, I definitely play this because of the Lord of the Rings factor.
Lord of the Rings bonus, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, come on then, Tom. You're
So this was difficult because there's a number of games out there that I've played that are Lord of the Rings themed, but I haven't loved them. I didn't want to necessarily pick those. All the games that we'd mentioned before have been ones that I've played and loved. And there are so many, right? And there are easily 100 different entries on BGG. And a lot of these are to do with the card game, which isn't going to be where my pick is. But a
okay.
lot of them are expansions for that. And I have had a little dabble with that in the Steam version. I'm not sure that is actually the card game. I'd need to have a look exactly what version that is. But I had to go with digital implementation of that, and it wasn't really for me anyway. So the game that I've picked isn't one I've played, but it is one that I have heard really good things about, and I did enjoy playing a slightly different edition of this before. And this is the Fellowship of the Ring, the trick-taking game. So um, the style of game is the crew, like Mission Deep Sea or whatever the other one was. And I had the deep sea version and played it. And this is a co-op game where you're kind of, you're trying to get through missions that you're given without communicating with each other. It's exactly the same sort of style of game that they've done here, as I understand it, anyway. And I would be really keen to play this. I think I would have the same difficulty as I had with the crew, in trying to get somebody to play with me, but of everything that I've heard, I've watched little reviews of it. It seems like it's a really good game. So I think that will be my third and final pick. The Fellowship of the Ring, the trick-taking game. Like all of these Lord of the Rings games, incredibly long titles that I'll enjoy typing into social media.
Okay. So that takes us. I haven't done so much writing, doing my lists, you see.
Mm.
That takes us to our three choices. So I've gone with Fate of the Fellowship, Journeys in Middle-earth, and the Risk edition of the Lord of the Rings Risk edition. You've gone with War. Oh, you've gone with War of the Ring, Duel for Middle-earth, and Fellowship of the Ring trick-taking game.
Yeah.
Now, as you and I both know, and there is a huge list, are there any honorable mentions? So I think the card game is probably something
So
to.
have you played it?
Well, no. So I've only played the Steam version, which I think is a based on the card game, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel like it's something extra with it.
Yeah.
There we are. Adventure card game. Lord of the Rings, the adventure card game. Is that the same as the card game? I don't know.
Uh, no, I'm not sure. But again, I've looked and the card game looks really good. And the 2022 revised edition, it gets great reviews.
Right.
Um, well, I mean, so does the original one, but the revised one looks really, really good. Plays up to four player, but part of the reason I didn't put it for my list is there's a cooperative element to it, and seeing as I picked two co-op games,
Yeah. Yeah, and this is the Fantasy Flight
yep,
side of Lord of the Rings, which is still, like Journeys to Middle-earth. So there's
and
there's some
it's
good
got that
pedigree there.
same sort of artwork as Journeys.
It does, yeah. And there's so many expansions for it as well.
Yeah,
So you can kind of go through this to your heart's content. And it's a card game that's kind of where you're playing against. You have your deck of cards if it's anything at all like the Steam version, but you'll have your deck of cards and you're sort of battling a shadow deck, but
yeah,
it's not an opponent. It's NPC essentially, right?
yeah. That's my understanding of it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, there's some. It was fine. It just I don't know. I'm not. I don't love the kind of the deck that sort of deck. It's not really a deck building game, is it? I don't know.
Deck management,
Deck management game.
fund
Yeah.
management, yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Deck
Um.
construction.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. So I'm sure there was a degree of building it up as you're going through, isn't it? But actually, it's about building up with the different sets, I think, isn't it? I don't know. That's one of the reasons why I didn't pick it. A couple others that I've done are the um, adventure book game, which
Yes.
is fine. It's a Ravensburg family game. It's quite samey. I played it all the way through just to um, just to have completed it. And the last mission was almost impossible, I think. I had a couple goes, but I'd also kind of lost the will with it by that point. So well, maybe we just wasn't focused on it. But it's an action economy type game, which is okay. But the two that really that I was
Well,
very keen on.
let's
Go on,
just
sorry, go
come
on.
back to this because I've looked at this from time to time.
Yeah.
Being Ravensburger, I mean, is it good for a family? Is it too hard for you? You know, you saying the mission's
So
tough.
it's the sort of thing that you could play, I think, just about still with Elijah, but who's 10, right?
Yeah,
Um, and I think he would get something out of it, but actually, I think some bits of it he might find a bit repetitive, a bit dull. It's very themed around the movies, and it's fine. I think that's what it comes down to. But it's quite samey, and it's about just trying to do your actions in the most economical kind of way, and it doesn't really go much further than that. There will be a bit of sure you got to fight these people, and there's a bit of that kind of thing, but you're not. There's not a lot of that going on. It's really still just actions to make sure you don't run out or get too many of those tokens or run out of those tokens by the time you um you need to finish the mission. So it's okay.
all right. Yeah, I think so. I've been on and off playing Andor with the kids,
Hmm.
which is a co-op at fantasy adventure that if we were doing generic orc discussion would have
Right.
made an appearance, which is why I bring it up. But that's the same. The first couple of missions I thought was, oh, this is brilliant, really engaged. But it is, yeah, you're just doing the same thing.
Oh,
Like,
you. Oh, it's a shame.
yeah. So I think it's still worth playing, and I plan on seeing out the campaign.
Hmm.
We've not had the time recently to sit down and play that. But yes, I plan on finishing the campaign. But after the first two missions, I was already looking at volume two, volume three of those. But I think once this is finished, I will complete it, pass it on. I think for the right people, it's the same thing. But I guess this is what you're saying as well about the Lord of the Rings book. But
Yeah.
regardless, I still find myself looking at it from time to time.
Well, I think I moved it on for probably less than 20 quid on eBay, and I'm sure you could pick it up for that and just give it a go. And for that, it's fine, you know. I think you try and buy it in, and it's the sort of game you see in Waterstones, and there'll be 30, 35 quid or something there, which is just, it isn't worth that at all. So yeah, look for a second-hand copy and give it a go. I should have kept it and sent it to you, really. Just selfish.
What I'm saying. I'm looking right now. Do you have any other honourable mentions you want to?
Yes, there's two that were going to make it on my list if I struggled with those that we had. One of them was there's the Lord of the Rings strategy battle game.
Yeah,
So this is the Games Workshop, Rick Priestley. Essentially, I think it's kind of like a Warhammer thing, as you know, I don't know my Warhammer, but looks like a. I think there was this Warhammer Epics, which is allows you, as I understand it, to be able to have kind of bigger battles rather than just a dozen figures kind of thing.
yeah,
I don't know. So I'm sorry, Warhammer fans, if there are any listening. I really don't know what I'm talking about with that. But there is a Lord of the Rings version of it, which looks quite fun. Doesn't exist as a product anymore, was discontinued, but looked really cool. And then finally is Lord of the Rings: The Confrontation. And this is the Reiner Knizia game from ages and ages and ages ago. I think sort of early 2000s or something. Originally had its re-implemented version, and then more recently it had this fantastic version, the Ultimate Edition, with the Game Found campaign. And maybe this is one of the main reasons that it was on my radar, is that it was and it's a very simple sort of board, and you've got these how to describe them really. They are panels, I suppose, these mini panels, which are all your different characters, and you are moving them across what looks like quite a small, so probably 40 centimeter square map board that you move them across, and you have to try and get your light figures over to the other side, almost like chess in a sense, and the shadow figures over to the other side. But it's very well thought of. It looks very simplistic. I'm sure it's got a lot more to it to be so well loved. But one of the reasons was this campaign, this ultimate campaign on GameFound, where it came with possible to get this on this fantastic pedestal that you could buy, where it was like I think a 3D model of Middle Earth with the mountain range going down the middle, and you move your little pieces around. It looked fantastic. Probably cost thousands and thousands and thousands, but the campaign made like over $1 million. It's insane. But yeah, so those are the only two. And there are so many. There are so many. There was an exit game that I thought, oh, I might just give that a go because I quite like the exit games. It's got a Lord of the Rings theme that might be fun. But yeah, could
well,
go on for half an hour.
Star Wars,
The
Unlocked.
Unlock Star Wars Unlock was very good, wasn't it?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
maybe Lord of the Rings exit. Um, Although it shouldn't really be an exit game, should it? Because you're trying to enter. I guess you're exiting the Shire.
yeah. Exiting the Will of Sauron.
It's like it really sounds like getting out of a toxic relationship.
His iron grip. Yeah.
Sauron, it's not you, it's me. No, wait. It's not me, it's you. It's definitely
It's
you.
got to be that way around, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
This time it's definitely you, Sauron. I know what we said last time, but
Yeah,
I
please,
just I just can't do this anymore.
please stop it. Yeah.
Stop with all your breeding orcs.
Horrible, horrible things. Anyway, thank you, Tom.
You're
Do
welcome.
do you have any others or
No, I think that will probably be enough.
okay. Yeah. That miniatures battle you talked about,
Mm.
very nearly heavily invested in.
Did you?
Yeah.
Mm.
And
Yeah, it does look cool. I mean, it's great. Like there was I don't know if you ever saw it, but the computer game uh, Total War. what on earth was it called? Middle Ages, or what was it that
Yeah.
one called? Medieval Total War.
So many of them, right?
There was one of those that somebody created a huge mod that was a Lord of the Rings version of it. It was called Third Age Total War. I think you can still get it if your computer will run medieval. And it was fantastic. It was so good. And the people just who create these mods, they're unbelievable. Who put the effort into these things. But it had all of the different settlements and so on. So I think there was a Minas Tirith and Isengard, and how you build that within the engine of this computer game from 25 years ago, I don't know, but it's all been done. It was probably 20 years ago,
Got
maybe 15 years
oleophones
ago.
as well.
Yeah, everything. It was
Mm.
so well done. And yeah, so that is a sort of thing that makes me think of the strategy battle game. It's it playing
Yeah.
the same sort of thing, really.
Well, it is. And I ended up getting Star Wars Legion, which I'm very happy about. But there is part of me that's still like, oh, but I could have
Could have
been
been Lord of the Rings. It could have been Lord of the Rings.
in Lord of the Rings. But it was Star Wars, so
Well, that is the debate, isn't it? That maybe we don't want to get into this episode, but like, if you had to pick one,
that's really tough.
mm, I think I do like Star Wars, but Star Wars is a much more recent thing for me. I've always loved Lord of the Rings as long as I can remember being, first time I encountered it being, I don't know, I think maybe 11 or 12 or something like that as a book. And there was like an audio series of it as well. And I've always absolutely loved Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. It's one of those where like I think, I wish there was more Lord because there's so much Star Wars stuff now
Yeah,
that I wish there was more Lord of the Rings stuff. But the more Lord of the Rings stuff that they've tried to do just isn't as good.
I know. The Ring, I couldn't even be bothered with the Ring. I will at some point, but I couldn't be bothered with the Rings of Power season two. It just, there's too much of it was just,
No,
stop.
I
It's not
started
how
watching
it's meant
the
to
first
be.
episode and I was like, oh no. Anyway, none of this is A, about board games, and B, about Lord of the Rings in a sense. We're not promoting fun Lord of the Rings, we're just slating other stuff, and that's not what we're about.
Yeah.
So let's move on. Okay, a quick recap before we go, before we leave you. Thank you for listening. Um, Tom, you've gone with War of the Ring, Duel for Middle Earth, Fellowship of the Ring, trick-taking game. I've gone with The Fate of the Fellowship, Journeys in Middle Earth, and Risk Lord of the Rings Trilogy Edition. There'll be some little polls popping up on our Instagram, so please give a vote for whoever you think's best. Me.
For me. Good.
And while you're on there, please give us a like and please tell your friends as well so they can join in all of this quality content. And thank you as we've gone green for Orctober. We've been I'm having my one. We hope you have yours too. I'm having my one.